Hey party people! Don't forget you can save 20% on your dice order at himgo.us by checking out using our code DICEPARTY. If you're a dice goblin like me, head over and check out all the awesome dice they've got on their site and take advantage of this discount. We'll post the code and all the details in the description section. This code is good until December 31st of 2026, so now's the perfect time to go grab some new math rocks and help keep the party rolling. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Dice Party.
Well, top of the morning to you, and welcome to a special St. Patrick's Day Dice Party episode. Come with us on a journey to the Feywild with your favourite party hosts. Come along now. Hey there, party people, and welcome to a very special episode of the Dice Party Podcast, St. Patrick's Day edition. We're taking you guys all the way to the mystical, magical Feywild to celebrate good old St. Patrick and his driving of the snakes out of Ireland. On this episode, we will be going to the Feywild, and we will be taking with us our three heroes who are going to be investigating something mysterious happening all across several groves placed in the Feywild, the Fey Fields of Torthuil. It is a Gaelic word that, according to Google, means bountiful. What has been happening as of late, as our heroes will describe to you soon, there's been something going across the Feywild. Not many of the groves are telling each other, quite frankly, because they're kind of hoping the competing places around will kind of get knocked off and be out of their hair, and then they get more of the field to play with. But what it comes down to is something that is in very hushed circles and very scared people calling it the quieting. Quite literally meaning that something is coming around, stealing all the color, the hope, the soul, the stories from the Feywild all around. And what's happening is, as those stories are being drifted away, so are the will and the determination and really any kind of drive from the people. You see there people that are going around doing mundane tasks, no life in them whatsoever, no stories to tell, no tales to tell, nothing really to care about. It's as if the soul of the land itself has been drained, because this is the Feywild, and stories and tales are the lifeblood of the soul. If those are gone, there's nothing left, really. So what we do now is we journey into the land of Torthuil. We see two very, I'm assuming stout. They actually haven't given me descriptions of their characters quite yet. They have been very close to the chest and underhanded with their characters, so I am guessing. But two fighters, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Two of the very best.
Two very well-known fighters. Men who have made a name for themselves, being mighty warriors and being very good stewards of the blade, as it were. As far as I can tell. Again, very close to the chest. They didn't tell me anything, so I'm learning with you guys right now. This is real time, once you hear this recorded message. But we take you to two of our players. So if you would describe yourself, please, and what your characters look like, sound like, their names, all that stuff.
We're both quick steps. I am 3.5 feet tall. I weigh 30 pounds. Because of quick step maturity, I'd say 16. For me, he's got a very wide, tousled mohawk. His hair color is very red. He's got piercings in both ears, and he tends to favor armor that has hues of red, black, green, kind of earthy tones, but being they are quick steps, they very much enjoy the flair, the flash, being that they're professional duelists. I also have a red cape and sash that I wear that goes along with it. And the name that's given is Fleet.
Fleet. Alrighty. I will try my best to memorize that, but I'm learning these names pretty quickly to the recording.
Very similar in appearance to my brother, although a bit more dashing.
Some say that, and by some I mean him.
Some would say by in that, yeah.
It's the only voice that matters. My hair is a little bit lighter orange, and we have similar earth tones in our armor, but I favor the color blue and some green. And my armor is a little bit more ostentatious. I actually have some emeralds and gems engraved into the armor to just add to the dazzling beauty that is me.
Well, at least you're humble about it.
There's a reason many women have dueled over a chance to spend the night with me.
Please don't make me throw up.
You should be so lucky.
Yeah, but in pretty much every other way, we are mirror images, twins, born at the same time.
Well, we're not identical, we're fraternal, so there are plenty of obvious differences.
Well,
I'm also slightly shorter.
yeah, I beat him by an inch.
But I beat you to the good old world.
Only by a few seconds.
Half a second's all it takes.
First is first.
That's right.
And I go by the name Dashing Storm.
You're going to make us call you Dashing Storm?
You don't have to call him that.
I won't make you do anything, but most people are very pleased to utter my name on their lips.
Wow.
So humble. Starting off strong. Not sure I'd call it a good strong, but we're starting off strong. Well, our two stewards of the blade, Fleet and Dash, I guess, Dashing Storm.
We're the try to take that liberty.
Yeah, we're the brothers of Thorn and Thunder.
That Thorn and Thunder, yes. And that is a name you guys are known by
well earned.
Yeah, earned names that you have gotten from other people, right? Or that are known by. Thorn and Thunder, got it.
Bestowed by the court of, what was it, mice and ravens?
Yeah.
Saw that.
Yeah.
As you guys are traveling through an unknown grove, you are looking for places that may have been touched by the quieting, things that have maybe lost their luster or their color, or feel like there's lack of soul nearby. Thus far, you haven't found anything. But as you're investigating through, this is a place that is very foreign to you, even though you have probably lived nearby for a long time. You've never actually ventured to this grove. Your journeys have taken you further and further away, just over time. People have hired you to go to usually long distances to take care of things. This is probably the most local job you've had. This is the one that's you weren't really expecting, Essentially what happens here is as you're looking into this, you're having to go to local places you really haven't traveled before because you've been so busy, essentially. So you're familiar yet unfamiliar with the land.
Busy being famous and good looking.
If you could both... Good gracious. Both of you... I don't know. I'm not even going to look at your stats right now. I just want to get... Both of you give me an investigation check.
All right. Ooh.
Ooh.
Of course, with these eyes, I'd be able to see much. Mine's going to be an 18.
Okay.
That's actually working with a -1.
Mine is also an 18.
Really?
Indeed.
What a roll, brother.
Do you-
Very good.
Yes.
Do you also have a -1?
No, I have a +1
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't deal in imperfections.
We're dealing with yin and yang here.
Yes.
You rolled too high and he rolled too low, but guess what? Yeah, or other way. Yeah. Yes. So with those dual 18s, appropriate. I think that's setting the right setting for this campaign. You guys are going through the grove, looking through things, and you're noticing that with this particular grove, there's nothing that seems to be lacking color or soul. But you do feel as if, like, when you're in the Feywild, there is always a bit of a supernatural hum about things. Maybe not that you can physically hear, but something you've become quite attuned to. Something that you very commonly felt pretty much everywhere you are, and you feel less of that as you go this way. You two have already visited a place that has been affected by the quieting. So you know what it looks like, sounds like, smells like, everything. And this seems like there is something familiar about this. It seems to you, with that 18, that this place might be a nearby target for the quieting.
But it appears as though it hasn't quite taken effect here yet. However, it seems as though it's going to be soon. Wouldn't you say, brother?
I do sense some of that quiet pouring in that we've felt in other places. I hate being out here in nature. Why couldn't this be happening at a nice inn or something? Somewhere in one of the better cities. I hate being out here in all this dirt.
It's good for you. It builds character. All that
Builds
poshness is going to make you
character.
soft. That's why you're still slower. You're almost as quick as the quieting. Is it affecting you, brother? You look a little dull today.
I never look dull, sir. You know that better than anyone.
I don't know. You haven't looked in a mirror recently, have you?
Don't
You're looking a little run down. A little disheveled, even.
I want a bath. I want a bath.
Well, you know, maybe I could oblige a little bit. No, I'll, like, pour my water skin on top of you. Yes, you're looking better already.
Just that seeps over you and starts soaking into your armor and your clothes. And what kind of armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing full
Full plate? Oh my gosh.
I mean, you said take whatever in blue.
No, I mean, yeah, that's...
I took the thing with the most AC.
Full most AC,
Full plate, sir.
least stealth.
Full
Enjoy
plate.
that.
Nope, because of the fact that we're Steelhawk fighters, we don't get disadvantage from heavy armor because that's what we train in.
Which is another
So,
reason. Yeah.
okay.
yeah. With the armor that I took, for me, I took the Molten Bronze skin, which is a plate armor. Generally, it's bronzed. I would have liked to have spent the money to make it my skin tone, so it's more chameleon to me, and I wear leather armor over it, but the leather armor isn't my AC.
Gotcha. So you wear leather armor over it just for the sake of the way it looks.
Appearance,
specifically.
yeah, to give them the feigned appearance of, oh, he's just wearing leather armor.
I mean, I
Why
like
did-
that.
Yeah,
If I look at somebody and they look like they're only wearing leather armor and I feel like I can take that and I find out there's heavier stuff underneath, I'm going to be scared. This person came to play. Okay. Anyway, so as you guys are going through, and that's the reason I asked for the waters, because I wanted to see like what you're wearing. If you're wearing full plate, not really an issue on the armor itself. However, underneath the armor, it's not going to be super
It's a
fun.
little squelch. I'm gonna punch him in the shoulder. Or at least go for it.
and I'm gonna counter to dodge.
What would I? Would I just roll my AC? Or sorry, not
Yeah,
my
you
AC.
roll your unarmed strike,
Yeah.
and then it goes against your AC unless you would like to. If you're trying to dodge,
Oh, there's mine.
then you can and actively dodge. You can try and also because this is just like a weird little PvP thing. I'll say if you want to roll a dexterity save to see if it adds to your AC. That way you can see how quick you are, because he could potentially go blow right past your AC, but that might give you a boost.
Okay, so I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What's your AC, sir?
Brother, second place yet again.
Oh gosh.
I see your dirty 20 and I raise you a natural 20, my boy. Natural 20. My AC
Is
on its
20.
own is also 20.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
So essentially, I swing and you just
Gone.
sidestep it.
Yep. It is just like I do it at the last moment. Like as he's
It's-
swinging in, I just kind of lean a little bit away and let him catch nothing but air.
You know whenever like Goku teleports, that
Yeah.
Yep.
it's one of those,
Yeah.
and like it cuts over to you. Nani? Like
I just.
I'm now standing on the other side.
it's nothing personal.
So close. So close.
Whatever. Have you left, brother?
Oh, I always do.
And then as you begin to step forward and journey on, the ducks say, I was rolling to see like just what may happen in the next. If I rolled high, nothing. I got a natural 1. as you are rolling on by, just like, haha, too fast for you. You step right into a pile of dung, of some kind of immediately just. So, as you dump water on him and go down the other side, haha.
Oh. Armor's not looking so shiny yourself, is it?
Ah, it's just the top armor. It's just for show anyway. Unlike yours.
I hate being out here.
I'll rub my boots on the ground as I walk.
Doesn't bother me at all.
I don't want to carry that smell around, and I'll pour some of the water skin on it.
So as you guys are looking through and getting familiar with the area, we'll cut on over to the other player. In this case, a Miss Leora. You are doing your normal routine, going throughout your grove, investigating things, just kind of keeping an eye on people. What would a normal day look like for Leora?
So she would just kind of be checking the grove. She walks around, and when she's checking, you'll see her kneel down to the forest, and she touches the soil, and she just feels what the soil tells her. She touches the trees, and she watches as the leaves move in the wind and just kind of makes sure all is well. She checks in on any animals she comes across. If she sees an injured animal, she'll go and she'll take care of it, and she'll heal it up and make sure that it's good to go before she lets it free again. And not really lets it free, because they have a trust relationship with her. So
well, and you have spent a lot of time thinking about the appearance of this character. Why don't you give us a quick rundown of what Leora looks like and how she's flavored?
So Leora is an Earth Genasi. She is 57 years old, but she appears to be around 17. Not only do Earth Genasi mature slower, she also has grown up in the Feywild, and time is a little strange here, so she hasn't aged as a normal humanoid would. The gold in her veins, she does have gold veining throughout her skin, and that came from the grove itself. That's how she became an Earth Genasi. When she was born, her parents knew that her destiny was to protect this grove. There was some fighting going on by some powerful forces, and to stabilize the grove, they set her on the soil, and the gold that's in the soil of this grove grew into her, and that's how she became a Genasi. So she's frozen kind of in late adolescence. While her mind and wisdom continue to mature, she still looks about 17. She has very fair but warm-toned skin. It sparkles and glitters kind of like a fine gem dust. She has gold veins cracked throughout her skin. And her hair is kind of like a molten gold color, braided with moss and glittering gold flecks and stuff like that. The moss and the gold flecks kind of catch the light, sort of like the morning dew, and they give a faint sparkle.
Yeah.
Her eyes are a moss green, but they turn like a metallic gold when she's angered. So she's has very soft features, really pretty, warm, genuine, and very childlike looking.
So, as you are going through your daily walk, observing the grove, checking on things, making sure that people are okay, making sure that the citizens that reside in your grove are doing well, essentially. Every time you reach down, as you described, to touch the grass or touch the earth itself, anybody nearby can see that quick as a flash, just a flash of light runs through your entire body, the veins that are showing of the golden veins. It's almost as if that's the information being transmitted to you magically. Every time you touch a tree or the grass or the earth, anything like that. As you're going through, what does daily life look like in your grove? And I'm assuming they're just citizens, people who live there, have their homes, and their things they tend to just marketplaces, things like that.
Maybe a bit more Fae. It's
Well,
not
yes.
really. Yeah. This grove is a little more wild, so there are a lot of Fae here, but not really humans. It's not a civilization like that. It's very much like a Fae forest. So yeah, she'll run into the Fae, and she knows them very well. She grew up with them, and she'll, just talk to them as she walks by, or smile and wave, that kind of thing. But yeah, fairies, maybe little gnomes, leprechauns, stuff like that, kind of
And
what lives here.
there's a lot of citizens here that you've known for a long time, and you've heard probably countless stories from everyone here, and especially the older folks that have tales that they've heard from other generations past, and maybe things they've experienced themselves. Just stories, as we talked about, the lifeblood of the Feywild, essentially, of the soul, especially here in the Feywild. But while you're going through your grove, you're looking at stuff, you're examining, you see that as you lean against a tree at one point, that flash goes through your veins, and you just simply hear, "Stranger."
She would like to figure out where, so she can go investigate.
The voice of the grove begins to lead you in the direction. There are people that have broken the border and are now traipsing through your grove. They have thus far dumped their drinking water in this area and have disturbed the local fertilization of the field. So
She'll be super happy about that. I would like to get close to them, but try to remain hidden. Like, my goal is to somehow kind of get in front of them so she can just step out from, like, the bushes or the trees and onto the path right in front of them. Does that make sense?
yeah, sure. Give me, we'll call this a stealth check.
Oh,
And this-
joy, I have a +1.
What is y'all's passive perception?
14
Okay.
for fleet.
13.
14 and 13. Okay.
Oh, brother.
Brother.
So, I rolled a 4. She is apparently very frazzled, and I'm not about to use my luck points or inspiration the very first roll.
So not stealthily whatsoever, but kind of bursting forth. Very unstealthily, though. Leora basically comes bursting forth from the woods after making her a presence very well known by disturbing the flora and fauna around you. Drawing your attention to her almost immediately.
So she kind of stumbled in there.
I think kind of right in front of you
Right in
guys.
front.
Yeah.
With a 4, yeah, you absolutely just kind of like, attention immediately drawn to you, and then you're like, and you just kind of like hurriedly step out, fists on hip, like, what are you doing here?
Comes bursting through the trees like the Feywild Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah!
Just because she's not stealthy doesn't mean she's a bumbling idiot.
I mean, with a 4, now you're not a bumbling idiot, but you did bumble. You were a bumbling something right now.
Ah, brother, even in the middle of nowhere, the women continue to try to find me.
She appears to be of the drink as well. And I'll grab my blade immediately.
You're going to see her just kind of straighten up, and her eyes are going to slightly turn gold as she's staring at Dashing Storm, apparently. And she's going to say, "Ah, I see the forest has a sense of humor letting you into it. Be careful, little Sparks. The grove in which you are trespassing is sacred and well guarded."
When you draw your sword, I need you to give me call it a strength check, a strength save. What's happening as soon as you draw your sword, one of the nearby trees actually, like, whips down. It's a weeping willow, and it just does a whip at your hand trying to knock that sword away.
Well, then it would be Dex because it's me trying to avoid.
Well, I just didn't know if it would, like, be strength to
Well, it would
keep
have
your
it would
grip
have
on
to
it.
hit me.
It did hit, that's the thing.
Oh, it beat a 20 AC?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, it would be that.
That's what I was saying.
Actually, I can parry it. I have the ability to parry. With the backgrounds that we took of Elite Duelist, its feature has dodge or parry.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I'd have to use dodge because they're not of the same size. So, yeah, I can use an ability to dodge. So it gives you a +2 to your AC. You roll 2d10s plus your dexterity modifier, plus your proficiency bonus. If the number's higher than the attack roll, you're successful. So that would be a 24.
All right. So with the 24, that does in fact beat what I rolled. So that means you successfully dodge it. So as you draw your blade and, brandish your weapon, this whip from a weeping willow comes down, and as you're able to see it coming very quickly, like, I wouldn't say a mile away, but you caught it right at the last second essentially, and took your dodge, rolled on over and avoided the hit, still having your weapon in your hand.
When Leora sees the tree trying to hit you, she's just going to, like, giggle. "This forest is not empty earth. It's resting. And you have awoken it with your carelessness, both of you."
Carelessness? What carelessness?
What is there to awake around here? It's empty dirt.
This forest is very much alive. You'll soon find out. Why are you here? Why do you trespass on this land?
Why are you here?
I am the protector of the grove.
What grove is this exactly?
Well, it's called many things. The locals, they call it Glen Orla. However, the kinfolk who live here call it the Heart Grove.
Oh.
This is really boring. I'd like to go back to the town. Can we leave?
You are more than welcome to leave.
We're getting paid for this, by the way.
I thought that was player you speaking for a second.
I know.
Your one-shot sucks, GM.
I was like, dang, dude. Like, I'm trying. We haven't even gotten started.
So you said you're getting... Oh, he said you're getting paid? Is that where we...
Yeah, he said, I know. Let's just get this over with.
Paid? Paid for what exactly? I see the opulence you indulge in. Tread carefully here because the gold of this grove does not forgive recklessness.
Gold is beneath me. I much prefer emeralds.
It's true.
She's just going to kind of be shooting darts at you with her eyes. Like, her body is still very calm. Her face is still calm, but her eyes are kind of, like, burning.
Brother, you see how she can't take her eyes off of me? It's the looks. I got 'em. You may have the speed, but I've got the looks.
Or perhaps it could be because I don't trust you.
It's okay, I don't trust him either. Sometimes. Depends on what it is. In this instance, I think we're pretty good. And paid? Well, we're getting paid quite handsomely.
Paid to do what exactly?
Investigate.
Investigate.
We don't want your gold. We're getting paid plenty of that. Especially not sacred gold. I'm not into curses.
You would definitely be cursed many times over.
Yeah, but I'm not going to
Probably your ancestors and children for many, many moons to come, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a single guy. No kids to curse. However...
Sounds like your brother probably has quite a few.
I wouldn't know. I don't stick around that long.
What in the world?
And as far as investigation, we don't even know your name. May we have it? Or at least
No.
some reasonable facsimile thereof.
You may call me Leora, but my name is mine only.
Ah, see, she's not as dim-witted as the women that normally can't take their eyes off of you.
My eyes are not on him for his looks. It's for the distrust that I feel from him.
Oh, I've noticed. And you've said as such.
Attraction is attraction. It doesn't matter how it comes.
Well, as you are sitting there talking and getting things established, Leora, you are sitting there with your leg brushing up against the tall grass. A signal is sent to you. The voice tells you they seek the quieting.
Ah, my forest has let me in on why you're here. My grove is well protected. However, the strange quieting people speak of seems to be starting, and I know not how to stop it on my own. Is that what you seek?
Well, it's more than started. It has been running quite rampant, actually. Wild enough that all 12 courts have decided to pay us rather handsomely to take care of the problem, and they let us here. So,
Yes,
curious that
it has
this
started,
isn't quite the bastion.
but it hasn't quite touched my grove.
Oh, it's coming, though. You can feel it.
I can. And again, my grove is well protected. However, I know not how to stop this, so perhaps I require your help.
Do tell. What do you know of it?
What you would know is this actually will bring us to our first little flashback. As you begin to describe to them what you know, we put the drifting harp music here.
We go back in time.
A few weeks back, where this is whenever Leora begins to first notice something is off. She's going through her grove, doing her normal daily walk, protecting, watching over, seeing all the people there. Drifting through the, as we put it earlier, kind of like, not necessarily like a structured kind of society that we have here, but more of just a free people that live off the land and everything like that. Going through and talking with people, discussing. And one person sitting on their property in what appears to be like a very floral-looking rocking chair. Somebody you know quite well, somebody you've talked to many a time, is just sitting there rocking back and forth, looking off in the distance, not saying anything. Not doing anything with their hands, not like working on anything, not even so much as just twiddling their thumbs. Literally just sitting there, staring off into the distance. Which is quite unique for this person. They're usually very lively. Anyone who comes by, they try to draw in with a story. They love, this is kind of an older citizen, they love telling stories. They love reciting tales of yore and do things that they have done in the past or things they've heard from anyone who listens, especially the younger people. They love indulging with the younger people. But for some reason, they're just not. Very out of place.
She would definitely have asked them, what was going on. You said it's a person, but, like, is it a gnome, a leprechaun, a fae?
Oh, I didn't even think about a fairy. Just not a pixie, not small, tiny, but a just medium-sized person, a fairy.
Okay, she would definitely have gone up. Little Spark, are you okay?
As you get their attention, huh? What? I apologize. It was somewhere else entirely.
Yes, but you're normally quite aware and very talkative. Is everything all right?
Right. Have I not been? Did I drift off there for a minute?
I'm not sure. Something is off.
Did you come here for a tale?
Not today. Just to have a look around.
Right. Well, if you need a sparkling conversation, just come around. I'd love to chat up with you. Of course, I love telling tales and everything of that nature.
Very well. Have a good day. And she's actually gonna see if any of his neighbors have noticed him acting odd. Because you said that this person has never done this before, right? Like, this is off? Okay.
Right. Have you come here for a tale? Right before, as you're walking away.
Not today. But perhaps another time.
Right. Well, if you ever feel in the mood for a sparkling conversation this time, right here. I love telling tales.
Do I notice anything else in the area, like funky?
You've noticed that, kind of how I described to them earlier, when there was that supernatural hum that the Grove and really anywhere in the Feywild tend to give off, especially when there's a lively society living within the Grove, people, that adds to that. You notice that as you approached this person in their house, their dwelling, that hum lessened, not gone away, but it seemed duller. It's very easy to spot for you because you're so in touch with everything, but on top of that, it's when you're surrounded by it constantly and you hear any difference. And again, it's not like a physical hearing, it's more of like a feeling, so you're feeling it in your soul, essentially. And it's not as dense here, it feels lighter. And that's the part that kind of really gets your attention first. And then you see them, drifting off rocking on their chair and just looking off in the distance, essentially. But the neighbors around don't seem to be any different. You do notice that it looks like the scarf that they have usually draped along themselves, a long scarf, very colorful, very ornate, seems a bit more muted. Not blank, not as, it went basically from I'm gonna guess here, a spring to like a fall, I guess, kind of color. I'm guessing that's what the brightness goes when it comes to like schemes for colors and everything.
Just like slightly desaturated.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, duller and a little more, muted, but not gone. Just seems to be a bit off. Definitely.
Okay. Just something that kind of
caught your
peaks
attention.
at my, but not fully concerning yet, just kind of interesting.
As you continue along in this, there are other things on the same day that you notice.
She would have probably wanted to follow. She would use the hum difference to kind of track where this is. She would see, are there other areas that sound slightly quieter than normal?
There is, I would say, a bit of like a mound that kind of acts like a stage in this meadow that you're in, where there are people crisscross applesauce on the ground, just watching, lounging about, listening to a tale being told. Basically a small, like, theater reading, essentially, where
Yeah.
the person, no book there, just sitting there on their stool, looking out to the crowd, recounting this tale, this glorious tale of valor, and then go move on to the next one where it's a tale of treachery and deception. And then they get to their third story, and as you're listening, they get to about the middle part where, like, he's going through and he's like, and the dear king, having his steed brought back to him, looked him deep into his eyes, looked into his soul, and simply said, I simply said, it's on the tip of my tongue. I apologize. And so, this is something you've heard this person tell these stories many a time. Everyone has. They still love hearing it. He's forgotten the tale. He's just forgotten how it goes. This is halfway through.
I beg your pardon. Sir?
Yes. I apologize, love. I'll get it here in a moment.
Well, but I've listened to your tales for many a year, and you've never forgotten anything.
A slip of the mind every once in a while happens.
But it doesn't happen. Not with you.
Right. Steel trap and all that. Right. So he looks at the horse, and he looks deep in his soul, and he says, You are my lost loved one, aren't you? He saw the soul of his lost love had been absorbed into this creature. That's right, that's where we are. And he continues on from this part of the tale.
She's just noting that that's not how the tale goes. And
Yes.
so she knows he's...
Kind of just fumbling through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody's listening to it like, is this a rewrite?
Taking some artistic liberty here, aren't we?
And then you actually see that there is one little girl in this meadow with her mother, carrying her little doll that she's had for years at this point. She's a little bit older. She's probably like 10. But she's always carried this little makeshift, very colorful, ornate dress doll. It's as black and white as could be. Not a single stitch of color within it. And that's not how you remember it whatsoever.
Oh, little Ivy. What happened to your doll?
She looks down at the doll. She says, "What happened to my doll?" And then looks up at you, and she goes, "Hi, Leora."
Hi, Ivy. Do you know what happened to it? Did you get a new one?
Get a new what?
Your doll.
And she looks down at the doll. What happened to my doll? Looks back up and then sees you and goes, "Hi, Leora."
Hi, Ivy. Here's some fresh brewed mushroom tea. And she'll just give it to her and kind of make note of it.
Forget what you saw, kid. But yes, those three instances are what goes through what has... This was a few weeks ago. This is what started you noticing. You've noticed more and more come through. And you've noticed that it seems to be that a few other things have turned up to be fully grayed out, lacking all color.
What has Leora been able to figure out? Has she figured out any reason why this would be happening? Has the forest told her anything about these two?
The forest carried the words, the quieting, to you. No one from any other grove or any other court has ever come to you and to warn you of anything. You only know about this because your grove can, basically, as it is with all plant life, many a big root system, essentially. So, yeah, when it comes to that, essentially, it has heard tales from others in distant lands that have been carried to it, calling this the quieting. And that's the first you've heard of it, was in that instance where you started looking into this, and the grove told you this may be what they call the quieting.
So she will relay all this to them and then notice their crest on on Fleece armor and on Dashing Storm's cloak. And her head will just kind of tilt and her eyes will kind of sparkle a little bit, and she'll get like an amused smile on her lips, and she'll just say, "So, which one's Thorn and which one's Thunder?"
Well, let's just say you can hear my brother from a mile away.
Trust me, I've noticed.
What does that mean?
She means you're loud, brother.
I heard you two bickering amongst the ferns. It's not like you were quiet.
Well, one does need to make noise to make sure everyone is paying attention to your greatness.
Sure. Okay.
Never one for stealth.
Why bother? I want everyone to know I'm here.
Oh, trust me, they do.
Makes a grand entrance every time.
He kind of, I can't help it. It's my presence is grand. He just kind of looks around like, there's not much here. What are you talking about? It's a bunch of trees, bunch of grass. There's not much of an audience here, but maybe someone's looking.
The entire forest is looking and listening, watching and observing.
Not exactly my kind of audience, but I guess.
There it is. As she says, the entire forest is looking, watching, waiting, whatever. About that time, a piece of tall grass comes up and snaps you on the butt cheek.
Oh,
I told you. Be careful, little Spark. The forest knows exactly what you're doing.
it knows what we're doing.
Indeed.
Little spark. I like that one.
Most would consider it a bigger spark than that.
Oh. Okay.
But tell your grass to mind itself. The next one will get a decent mowing.
You can try.
What my brother's trying to say is keep your grass off his ass.
The forest does as it wishes. I don't command it, I protect it.
Being fondled by plant life is a new thing for me. I don't know if I like it. Anyway,
So many new adventures for you today, brother. It's almost
yes.
like being back in Wolf's Grove.
This is why I hate being out in nature.
So, how do you hope to find out what the quieting is and how to fix it?
First, my question is, how do you know of us? Way out here. Specifically, just by glancing at our crest.
Little Spark, I live in the Feywild.
I feel like it's a blanket term, brother. It's a blanket term.
Indeed it is.
That or she's just, because we're small.
Dash is giving glances over at his brother. I guess maybe we shouldn't be so surprised that our reputation goes so far.
Most of our day is contained with song and stories and lore.
Ah, so you must know about the Thorn and the Thunder?
Hence why I asked which one is Thorn and which one is Thunder.
Right. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you must have been too dazzled by your own beauty.
Yes.
Generally, I
Yes.
am, yeah.
You're right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we all agree to that.
Can we get back to the problem at hand? I don't think the quieting is going to slow down just to give your arrogance time to grow.
I feel like we've got two problems then.
How exactly did you come to get these contracts? And what exactly do they entail?
And from there, with that, we will drift back to the tale of a few weeks ago. The harp sounds all the way back to a flashback. We see you two, Thorn and Thunder, making your way through a grove that is not desolate. There's people there, there's things there, but it's pale, it's lifeless, it's gray, it's essentially dead from the soul out. It's just living in body alone, essentially. And you see that all the citizens there, not a color on them, not a stitch of story left in them, and nothing really left behind except for their physical being. So as you guys make your way through this grove, where there is no color to be found whatsoever, there is someone there that is in full color and full of life. A summer Eladrin stands before you. Someone from the Summer Court has summoned you here. This was the spot they told you to meet them at. So, As you guys approach, their back turned to you, looking over the grove, looking over the people walking about. They say, "You see this here? This used to be a very lively grove, full of wonder, full of, well, as any other place, full of people with soul. But what you two are seeing," as they turn around to see you, this person adorned in red all over, summer, very, very fiery passion kind of person, and very energetic and full of life, it seems. What you two are seeing is the remnants of what is left over when the soul has been sucked out. So, what do you think, folks? Want to live here?
I feel like this is the perfect place for those umbral humans.
Yeah, possibly. But I don't really care what happens to this grove. They can do what they want. I don't want anything to happen to my grove. I don't want anything to happen to my little chunk of the Feywild. Catch my drift?
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're willing to pay.
Right. Money. The only thing that speaks to you brutes. Anyway, what's happening here is...
Maybe to him.
I like my emeralds.
What you see here is a grove that once was and is no longer, because everything has been removed from its soul, its essence, its everything. We don't know what it is. We don't know what's causing it. We don't know where it comes from. We don't know anything about it, but we do know it's spreading and getting closer to my slice of the Feywild. I don't like that. So, that's what you two are doing here. I want you to look around, find what you can, and figure out how it's happening so we can stop it before it touches mine. Do it quickly. I do not want anything happening to, again...
There's only one way to do it, and it is quickly. So are we done?
That is why you hired us, isn't it?
Very well. Efficient. I like it. Get to looking. And then he starts to step off. And he
Whoa,
says,
whoa. Contract.
very well. And he just summons a scrolled piece of paper, unfurls it, and he says, sign at the bottom line.
Gonna read it first.
And he flurls the pages a bit. You didn't have that kind of time. I thought we wanted to take care of this quickly.
Oh, I'm done. Everything looks to be in order.
Because I flurled the pages, you read it already. Okay, give me... It'll be a perception check, I think, because you're like... Yeah, let's call it perception.
Yeah.
Roll them bones.
18.
Ah, okay. With an 18, you do see that hidden within the... Like, as you've been trained to look for this. You've been through plenty of contract. You do see that he has... You will be forfeiting ownership of your true names to him. Both of you. Like, in the middle there.
What's the name again? The name that we know him by?
I never actually gave that to you, actually.
Yeah.
So, in this case, it would be Thistlesprig.
My dear Fizzlesprig, how many times must we go through this? We're not giving you our real names. It's not gonna happen, so strike it from the record. Or else, easy come, easy go, just like the summer, and you'll be gone by winter.
My hand not so subtly goes to my sword hilt.
You know who you're speaking with.
He gives a good chuckle, and he's like, you are quick-witted. Well, I will one day have the strongest two tokens in my pocket. Don't you worry about that. But in the meantime, and he flips to that part of the page, he strikes it, initials next to it. For now, you get to keep your names.
And he'll gesture with his hand kind of towards you.
You know, as long as you keep writing great contracts and you keep the money coming, as well as the other fantastic accommodations of the summer court. It's a great vacationing place. Brother loves it, especially.
Very lovely. Refreshing. Beautiful like myself.
If you keep running up the bill on the brothel, I swear to all that is holy.
You told us we could use everything at our disposal.
And he uses
Give us a limit.
he uses enough for both of us, so I don't frequent it.
He's like, no. See, he uses up everything at the brothel. You use everything up at the tavern.
Depends on how the year's gone. I do rather enjoy the beaches over at the summer court. It gives me a time to relax and enjoy the outdoors, unlike my brother.
I enjoy the finer things.
Oh. Well, then you'll love this, because this will involve a lot of trudging through the woods, looking for the source of whatever this is.
My face visibly darkens.
Well, with that being stricken, everything else looks like it's in order, brother. You ready?
Yeah.
It's lucrative.
That is a word I enjoy. Yes. I guess I'm ready.
Fantastic. Sign it. And with that, contract number 10. Nice doing business with you.
Number 10?
Did I say that out loud?
What?
Goodbye. And then I'm going to leave.
Yes, actually, as part of the contract, he snaps his fingers, and in his hands he goes, from the mortal plains to chili dogs.
Ah. Fantastic. Enjoy, brother.
You requested these, right?
Enjoy.
Just looking at it.
Well, it's a chili. They're messy. They're like,
Eat it quickly and it won't get on you.
fine. I prefer.
Here's a handkerchief, brother. And I'll hand him one.
Thank you. At least I won't have to dirty my own.
Are you guys relaying the chili dog part to me as well? Like, she's like, what does this
I'm
have
sure
to do
he
with
would be
anything?
because it upset him.
He gave us chili dogs.
I forgot that we're in a flashback, and you are literally telling her this story. This is the story you're telling.
Yeah.
By the way, have you realized that your character is the male version of Melody?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Doesn't like messes.
I didn't say it. I
completely
wasn't going to
arrogant.
say anything till later, but yes.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yes, I forgot that you guys, as you're relaying this to her, you're telling her all about the chili dogs. But after he gives you the chili dog, as he hands those over to you, he walks off his merry way, leaving you in this grove that is very, essentially, as I said before, barren of all life. Just people milling about, doing their normal, mundane stuff. No one talking, no one making revelry, nothing else.
Just everything is dull.
Everything's black and white, not a bit of color around whatsoever.
The color is literally gone from everywhere.
Yes, like it literally, like when I'm describing the color being gone, I mean like literally before your eyes there is no color. The grass is not green.
Is it
The people are not. Their clothes are not bright in color. They're black and white.
But it's not affecting us at all?
No.
As I take a bite of the chili dog. One of the better things you get out of the mortal world. You know, brother, it's delicious. Also, I still think that the umbrals, it's definitely a place for the umbrals here.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm still kind of I'm holding my chili dog, but very much like staring at some foreign object that I'm not sure I really want it to be in my hand.
Come on. I put it in there specifically for you.
Of course you would.
You should try it. You'll
The-
love it.
The foods you eat, brother, I swear, they're so messy, so disgusting. And I just kind of close my eyes. I start munching on the chili dog.
So, very suddenly, you're in your flashback and you just hear, what exactly does this have to do with the quiet?
It's a very important part of the story.
Chili dogs are very disgusting. You should know that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm letting you know that.
They're actually quite the delicacy.
Was it affected by the quieting? Did it taste bland or?
No, it was fresh from the mortal realm, so it tasted actually quite delicious.
It was fairly
but yeah,
spicy.
you know, food helps me think.
Okay, chili dogs are somehow important to the quieting. Noted. Continue.
Now my question is, does Dash like it?
I gotta do percentiles.
Yes,
Flip of the coin?
yes or no.
That is the heads.
Yep.
Though The thing in my hand looks absolutely repulsive and disgusting and like something that someone would have thrown away 4 months beforehand. I actually like the spices, the zestiness, the meat. It's actually quite delicious.
And this is probably the umpteenth time a chili dog has been put in your contract with the Summer Court. And then he has tried to get you...
Wait, if this is the umpteenth time, then I'd already know what they taste like.
Well, I was going to say that he's been trying to... From what he was saying, it sounds like he was trying to get you to try one. And so I was just going to, like, say that he has put it in there multiple times trying to get...
And you just keep passing it to me, so
Most
like
of the
it's kind of a
time
win-win. I
Yeah.
either get 2 chili dogs, or I'm gonna eventually win, and you're gonna try it.
Okay, then yeah,
That's what I was thinking in my head.
Yeah, it's the brother
Based
thing.
on
It's
how
like-
you were saying, I put it in there for you. I was like, how many times has he done this? That's my question.
It's a brother thing. It's like, I mean, I'm either gonna win or I'm gonna win. Like,
So either you eat it and like it, great, and I win. Or you don't eat it and I eat it, I get 2 chili dogs, I win. Or you eat it and you don't like it and you barf. I win all 3.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm going to look over at Fleet, and still with a look of disgust, I go, "It's not bad."
As a boy, yes.
it's a
Chili
green
dogs,
eggs,
you should try it with cheese.
But
it's a green eggs and ham situation.
I'm actually like there's a look of disappointment, even though I'm actually enjoying this chili dog. Just he won in this instance, and I'm just like,
You've got some on your chin, brother.
I wipe it away with the handkerchief you gave me.
The guy who doesn't like being out in the woods having chili on his chin, like, oh. So as you guys are making your way through this grove, you see there's someone there that's, obviously sees you coming through. They look at you and they say, "Hi, stranger." And like nothing really offered past that, just hi.
Hello.
how are you? Other than colorless.
I'm alive. And then they kind of just go back to what they were doing. Like, not dismissing you, just continuing on with what they were doing.
So when did this start? Your lack of vibrance.
Hello? Are you new here?
Just arrived. So how about our questions?
What questions?
How long have you been here?
All my life, I think.
You don't know?
Well, I remember when I was a boy.
So how about that guy over there? Do you think he would know anything?
No, he starts to go into this story.
And I wander off.
Oh gosh. He starts to go into this story, and he kind of is put onto autopilot at this point. He's like, I remember growing up, and he looks over towards like a kind of like a hill with some patch of small trees, and he says, as a boy, I used to play on that hill. Yeah, that's right. I would play over there. I remember one day there were some men that came through, and I think they attacked the village. I remember fire. I remember chaos. And about that time, as he starts describing these things, you see like a colorful flame of a fire off in the distance, like probably about 50 foot away from you. And then you see chaos. You see colorful people with color in them, like, people who look like they are here in the moment, running through past you. And it's like the story seems to be evolving in front of you. And he starts to say, and there was I remember there was a raiding party. There was people coming through trying to take and steal our supplies and everything. And about that time, you see several hobgoblins running in from the distance through the chaos of people. And they seem to be kind of mowing through the people as quick as they can, but they are making a beeline right to you two.
Brother, I don't think those are illusions.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and I'm going to flick a dagger at him.
With that, let's go ahead and roll initiative. I'm going to count that as your, not as your first attack. That's going to be extra. So if you did it before initiative, before I called initiative. So therefore you get a free one. 23 on initiative.
And my initiative is 21. The first was nat 1. I couldn't let that be my first initiative roll.
Oh, dude, no. No.
Did you use your inspiration?
I absolutely used my I was like, I am not starting off my first combat of this one shot with a natural 1.
You could have.
I'm not.
You
no.
could have.
No.
All right. Yes. So with that, you guys beat the initiative on these guys. So,
Of course we did.
first up would be Fleet. Before you even do your regular attack, roll me that dagger throw.
So for damage with that, it's going to be a 10 on the damage. Actually, do you want me to roll for AC first?
Yeah, you roll into it. Yeah, you want to roll for attack.
So it's going to be a 25.
That will absolutely hit, yes.
Okay. And then it's going to be a 10 on the damage from the dagger. And I'm going to use my Tactical Master to forego using Nick. And I'm going to use Sap instead, which this creature now has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Ooh, okay. Well, that lands, that takes effect, but that's also just extra. So you still have your regular attack because now we're in rolled initiative.
How many are there?
Right now there are only 2, one for each of you.
Okay. I'm going to start off right. I'm going to use my ability to launch. It is a Steel Hawk ability. I'm going to launch myself at them, and it's going to strengthen my attack. I have advantage on the attack roll, so I will go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Using my lance, because you obviously have to use that. And that'll be a 24 to hit.
That'll absolutely hit.
All right. So that'll be 2d10s plus 2. That'll be 18.
Okay.
I have mastery in lances, so it will be the mastery of topple. When you hit a creature with a lance, you can force it to make a con saving throw of DC plus 8 plus 4 plus my modifier, which is 4. So it'll be 12.
Okay. But you said your modifier is...
Oh, no, 16.
Yeah, I was going to say, that didn't sound
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I
no,
wanted to
you're
make
right.
sure.
You're right. Yeah, no, I'm doing barbarian math.
15 on the die with... Oh, sorry. Yeah, 15 on the die with a plus 2.
Oh.
So I got 17.
I mean, that's all good.
Yep.
He's not proned, but it hit him.
Yep, it hit him.
And that's my first attack. I get 2.
All right, yes. Thank goodness you threw that extra dagger, because my goodness.
Yeah. So are they next to each other? Like they were running together?
No, actually, one it was running a little bit ahead of the other one because it was running at him, and you got the one that was kind of like still dragging behind a little bit. So you had more than enough time to throw that dagger, essentially.
Okay, so they're separated and the other one's moving towards him?
Yeah, and you didn't move very far away from him. You guys are pretty much in the same vicinity. I'm counting you guys as like 5 to 10 feet away from each other at this point.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking in my head whenever you said you were walking away, but
Yeah.
then this immediately happened, you know.
Okay. So how's that guy looking?
He is hurt, obviously, didn't like it, but still good.
Okay. Good to know. With that, I'll go ahead and give this dude another poke of the lance without using launch. So just
Okay.
a straight attack. I would assume a 25 hits, right?
Yeah,
Smacky
for sure.
Smacky smack. That one will be a 9. And I'll use the topple again.
You gotta beat a 16.
Yep.
That one's an 18 on the die.
Nice.
Yep.
Gotta try.
So with that means you said another 9 damage?
Yeah, 9.
So total this round, you did 37 points of damage, I think is what it is.
Heck yeah, bro.
My goodness.
Heck yeah.
Not fun. He's not looking fantastic now. Like, that 9 definitely chunked him down quite a bit. So then next up is Mr. Dash. This one's running up on you. What would you like to do for this one?
He's running up on me.
Yeah, the other one. The one that looks healthy.
He's not going to for much longer. How far away from me is he?
I would say by the time it gets to where the initiative has been rolled, about 30 feet.
Okay. So, I'm going to run forward.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, it looks like I'm about to collide with this guy. I, too, am going to use launch to jump over him, and I will attack the guy facing Fleet.
The one that was already taking damage?
Yeah, who is not facing me at that moment.
So what happens is, as you launch yourself over this guy to the other guy, with you being flanking him at this point, that will give you advantage.
I love that. Oh, it's beautiful.
Natural 20?
Get him, brother.
Natural 20,
Look at
sir.
you.
I love this. This
What
is great.
Eyes on
I'm
me.
gonna keep
Eyes
these.
on me.
You're not.
I'm
With
going to keep your dice. Your
Will you buy
melody
me new
dice
ones?
are now dashing storm dice.
You have to buy me new ones.
Without...
I have
Alright.
a few on my list on Amazon.
Either way, I was going to end up buying new ones.
To help add to your distraction, I'll be like, I'll be taunting him. Eyes over here.
So, as with the crit, what is your total maximum damage without rolling?
Without rolling would be 20.
Got you.
All right.
I mean, you're hitting him
So-
for a solid 20, bro.
Yeah, no.
And
I'm
then
not
roll
gonna,
damage.
I'm not going to complain about that. And
And
roll
you can
for
try and
damage.
force him to topple if it doesn't kill him.
Okay, so that's going to be an 11 added on top of that.
Okay, so 31. 31 damage from that one hit. As you launch over this guy with your lance, what happens is with this thing, this almost illusory creature, but obviously corporeal in some way because you're able to attack it. You can feel these blows landing.
Mm-hmm.
But as you launch over this guy and you take your lance and you stab forth to completely vanquish this foe, you hit with such true form and strike as best as you can.
Looking
Pierces.
graceful and
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, no,
like
you're longer. Like you don't have the mohawk look. You have like the more
flowing
full,
hair.
the
Yeah.
full hair. It is Fabio as can be right now.
Your armor creates like a hawk screeching sound as you come through the air.
So yes, you as you land, your lance pierces through, and this enemy, and even though corporeal, in an instant becomes incorporeal. Like just like a mist, like a smoke vanishes away, and that dagger falls to the ground, and your lance strikes through, and in its place is a wisp. A will-o'-the-wisp just sitting there floating in front of you, and then it begins to quickly dart around and fly off into the distance.
Something is playing games with us.
Quite obviously, as I pick up my dagger. Wonder if it's just for dramatic effect.
You do have another attack, and that other one has turned around and is coming at you now. So,
Oh, really?
yes, it's true.
I'm going to drop my lance and take out my kopesh. My short sword. My scimitar, actually.
Oh, okay.
And attack him with that.
Nice.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. So that will hit.
That will hit.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's going to be for a total of 9 damage.
Okay.
In a bit of a flare, like, I turn around almost not fully. Like, I'm even bothering to fully pay attention to him because he's not worth it. But I lash out and I hit him with my scimitar. And then I'm just going to also just say, you know why they call me the Storm? And I'm going to snap my fingers. And a lightning bolt is going to come down and strike him
Oh.
for another 1d6 of damage.
Nice. Is this something to do with that scimitar?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And it's going to be 5 points of...
Did you pick a blue item and that's one of your blue items?
Yep. So, and that was a 5 on the lightning bolt. So as I utter that, you know why they call me the Storm? I snap my fingers and a lightning bolt comes down and strikes it. And then I add the sap property
Okay.
to the initial attack. So he now has disadvantage on his next attack.
There you go. All right. The other guy had disadvantage too. He didn't get to use it.
They so rarely do, but...
They
you know,
rarely do.
You
but
might
we,
as well.
We do it anyway.
We're professionals.
All right. So
We
how
don't
much?
get paid by the
So
hour.
nine scimitar damage. How much was the lightning damage?
5.
5. Gotcha. All right. So 14 damage on that. So what happens is as that one's coming through to you, takes that hit, 14 damage, not feeling great, still going through though, is going to attack you with its greatsword. So that is going to be, oh, that's not going to hit. You and your disadvantage took my advantage down to a regular roll.
I mean, that's fine with me.
I mean,
Oh no!
the rules is written.
What happened?
rules.
Oh no.
Count
Where is
Dankula.
that from?
Count Dankula.
Dankula.
Oh, is that count? Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. He's like, when he goes,
Oh no!
what happened?
What happened? Oh no, that's so terrible.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, so dirty 20. Count Dankula sponsor us.
Oh
so
my
for-
gosh! If we could just play a D&D game.
Oh gosh,
He
if
has a D20 on the back of his shelf in
plays
some of
D&D
his.
and
Yeah.
he plays
he
Magic
needs
the
an
Gathering.
excuse to come stateside again. So yes, what happens is, with that rules is written, your meets should, meets it beats it essentially on AC. I don't like that rule. I think that your AC should represent what you can block up to, not what is. It doesn't make sense
Yeah,
to have your AC
I
at
get what
20
you're saying.
and 20 hit you. It's like, oh, your AC is actually 19 then, if that's the case. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So I know that some people don't like that rule. I don't care. I like the rule. So
It's not your
I'll,
game.
I'll tell you, in this case, either way, he's gonna end up missing.
why is that?
No, I'll tell you when it's relevant.
Oh, okay.
If it comes up later.
Fair enough. Okay. So with that, he misses both swipes of the greatsword. It's actually his turn gone. It's now back up to the top of the order with Fleet.
You can have this one.
I will also follow suit and drop the lance and whirl around with my Kopesh.
Ah, you both have one?
Yes, but they're not
Nice.
the same.
Oh.
Same, but different.
Same but different.
So, like I said, I'll pull out the Kopesh and I will spin. I got a nat 20. I can't let him outdo me, bro. I can't let him outdo me.
Apparently.
So, with this, it's the Viper Kopesh. It's going to be a max of 1d6 plus 6. And because it's a larger creature, it's 2d6 poison damage on top of that. So that's 24. 24 max damage. And because it's a larger creature, because it's bigger than me, you need to do a DC Constitution saving throw of 15.
That is going to fail.
He is also now poisoned.
Ah!
Again, same, but different.
And in addition to that, the poisoned creature is incapacitated.
Oh. Incapacitated quite literally takes the advantage away. So there's that.
We are nothing if not efficient, bro.
Right?
So with that, now I get to roll damage. A 6 first roll, gotta love that, so that's 12.
Love it.
16. 21 on top of that. So 24 plus 21 on that first attack.
So you rolled almost max.
I did, yeah.
Good night. Okay.
So 40... 45?
45.
45 damage on just that.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. So he had 44 health left. So there's that.
As I swipe through, I will rotate the blade and shove it back down into my sheath.
Yeah.
And then in the same motion, I'll also take a bow.
And I give a little applause.
I love it.
And the crowd goes wild.
As
you,
you
Butterfinger.
vanquish that last one, again, there was only 2 that came out thus far. You don't see any more. That one also turns into mist and drifts away. But in its place is another will-o'-the-wisp. And it quickly darts away as quick as it can.
Interesting.
The things that are in the story that were around you, the fire, the chaos, people running around, all dissipate as well. The vision, it seems, is over.
Well,
Interesting use of illusionary magic.
yeah. Should we follow them?
Might as well. See where it leads.
All right.
Think you can keep up? And I'll start off at a run.
course. I'm faster.
For the record, my base movement speed is 55 feet.
Oh, wow.
Mine is 50.
You always living in your older brother's shadow, man. Just like...
I
Don't
don't live in
remind
my
him.
older brother's shadow. I am beautiful and magnificent. On my own.
I'm away from
He
the
may
shadow.
be faster, but I am much better looking.
You did well, brother. I'll give you that. You did well. Quick
So-
dispatch.
As you finish up your story telling Leora about your adventure there, about your beginning of this investigation, of what you've seen that the quieting can do. As we've established, you guys follow the wisps. You guys follow where they headed off to, which eventually, over that amount of time, every time you've come across anything like this and you've come across any more wisps, not necessarily from the visions you had to fight or anything like that, but you have come across some. In the Feywild, seeing a will-o'-the-wisp is not an unknown thing. It's not something that is unheard of. But you don't see them as often as you guys have been. So every time you come across one, it seems to be going in the same general direction, and you've kind of just been following that for the past week or so. But that's what's been going on. And this is the story that you've relayed to Leora here. Now, Leora, if you wouldn't mind, could you give me a history check? This is pertaining to the Feywild, so I will give you advantage on this.
Got the same number twice. Okay. I got an 8.
Okay.
You have
Do you-
inspiration.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't you have the lucky feat,
I
Tiffany?
do. Yeah, let me... That's slightly better. I don't know. I got an 11.
Okay.
She's a bit flustered.
Our law.
You're flustered by our
Here's-
presence in your grove.
Probably, and she's just still
I don't know what's
sitting
going
there,
on.
and you're like, yeah, do a history check, and she's like, a chili dog? What
And-
the hell's a
and I'm
chili
in-
dog?
Yeah, we threw her off with the chili dog.
And I'm
Story
just
reasons.
irritating the crap out of her by telling her how ugly her home
Yeah.
is.
Okay, the wisps and everything. What about the chili dog again?
You're-
Like, what does that have to
This
do
is too much interaction for her,
No.
maybe.
So with that 11, what's going on here is that what I'll give you is that you're trying to think of what the wisps could be connected to this and why they're involved. What you know about will-o'-the-wisps is that they are often associated with a lost soul. Now, you don't know if that's anything connected to the quieting or not. It could very well be that they're maybe coming from somewhere to look upon or search this area because they are a lost soul, or they could be coming from the quieting. You're not sure. That's what with that 11 you can't suss out that.
And she did grow up with the wisps. They were the ones that told her, stories about her family and how this was her destiny and stuff like that. So
Oh,
she
yeah.
knows of them.
Yeah, you're very familiar
But-
with wisps.
Apparently, she can't recall that information right now because of chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Chili dogs and very attractive fighters.
Oh, yes.
They help me think. They don't help her think.
Okay, so she'll just look at them and say, a wisp led you here?
That's what my brother said.
That's what we've been following this whole time.
Well, that's interesting. Noted. Okay. Well, before we do much of anything, I feel like we should go back to my house and
Giving glances to Fleet.
rest up.
I'll
What?
wriggle my eyebrows at him.
My goodness, no.
And I just gesture
Little
a bow.
sparks, not like that.
Like, of course.
I have a guest house.
Everywhere we go.
So just for description and flavor for the audience. So she lives in a tree house, quite literally in the largest tree in the very middle of the grove. And it just, there's stairs. She more than likely used mold earth or something to create the stairs that go up the trunk of the tree. And her house is literally just built into and around the entire trunk of the tree. And when I say large tree, I don't know obviously where you're listening from, but in Northern California there's a place almost right up by the Oregon border called the Grove of the Titans, where there are these massively large redwoods. Like, you can drive a car through them if they're hollowed out. So that's kind of like the size of the tree that her house is on. And so it's just, imagine just a fairy house. It's covered in moss and, vines draping off of it. And it's all made out of wood, kind of like a thatched grass roof with moss on top of it, stuff like that. Lots of pretty little fairy lights lighting the path, like the stairs up to her house. And it's kind of right at the top of the tree, right under the canopy, so that she can see a lot of the heart grove. And there's a river running like right over the roots of the tree on one side. Maybe the stairs are more like carved into the tree with the wood. That might fit a little more.
Okay.
What I'm thinking. But it is quite a long ways up, but they seem fit enough. She's not too worried about them.
I'm built for endurance.
No.
man.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, you're fine.
our
You guys are
cardio
fine.
systems are probably
50 and 55. I think you're fine. No, I was gonna say with your tree house and everything. Obviously, it's not chop up wood, make tree there. As you said, it's in the tree itself.
Mm-hmm.
The way and correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I'm imagining it, whenever you made this house, it would be like basically you talking to the tree, asking for it to basically move as you are, not digging into it, but just it has shifted itself around to bend to what you want it to be shaped as on the inside. So you're not harming the tree. You are just. It is voluntarily allowing you to live there.
It is part of the tree.
Yes.
Yeah. And there are 3 sections to her house. So there's a section kind of on the lower side of the tree. The section that you hit first is actually imagine a sitting room, a library, and a greenhouse all in one. So she has herbs that she grows there to use in her teas and her healing salves and stuff like that. But then there's also a lot of books and stuff on like the Fey lore and things. And there's also just a little cozy sitting area where she could have friends over for tea and stuff. And then above that, another floor, I guess, above that, but in a separate dwelling, on one side of the tree is her house. And on the back side, there's just like a little studio guest house as well, just for any visitors or wanderers who may need a place to stay. But it's just on the other side basically, in a completely separate house. It's connected by a really long porch. So we will stop in the lower section in the library. So as we walk in, she'll just look to them and say, "Please make yourself at home. Would you like some of my hearth bloom infusion tea? It's quite delicious."
What's in it?
Well, it's a flower-based brew served hot. There's lots of lilies, and some of the snowdrops are in there. It's very light and delicious. Kind of just calms you a little bit. Promotes feelings of safety and welcome. I love serving it to my friends. But don't feel obligated. We can just chat instead. So
Sure, I would love the hospitality. Who am I to say that I don't want your delicious drink?
it's quite delicious, I assure you. And she'll kind of breeze over and get you guys a cup of tea in a little wooden teacup with really intricate carvings and kind of some gold leaf on it.
I don't know, brother. I've heard stories of travelers who ate food that was offered to them without properly testing it first.
You're welcome to test it. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, brother. Go on. Try the drink.
We're gonna flip that coin here in a second. You can describe what the taste would be like, and he can kind of decide from there if that's something his character would like or something like that.
It's really floral.
Is it very earthy?
Yeah, and it's really more floral. So, I mean, you know how you can literally drink lavender and stuff, right?
Yeah,
very much like that, or almost like the blooming teas in Japan and stuff like that. Yeah, so you can even see little flowers floating in it and stuff like that. Whether you like it or not is completely up to you. She grew up in the Feywild. This is on point for her.
Well, this is lavish for
right,
her.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my good tea.
He looks over at his brother Fleet with a raised eyebrow at the fact that he would suggest he should take this tea. Thinks of how he made him eat the chili dog. And goes internally, well, it's tea. It's at least not as disgusting looking. And he'll pick up the cup and take a sip.
I will meet his motion and take a sip at the same time with a grin.
Okay.
We're just staring at each other. You're
All
grinning,
right.
and I'm kind of looking like.
The question is, who likes it and who doesn't, and do you both like it?
I'm almost inclined to say he does. Given their Fey nature, there's something resonating with within. And you said it had magical properties, right?
Not really
Or
magical,
maybe not.
but it does. You know how like tea can, lavender and chamomile make you calm and like that kind of thing. So it promotes a feeling of safety and welcome.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm inclined to say, again, he's not as disgusted by this as he was by the chili dog, and he did like the chili dog. So in this case, he actually does like the tea.
Okay.
And he does feel a bit of a, oh, okay, I feel, even though I'm out in the middle of nowhere, getting dirt in my armor, and I am feeling a bit more calm and a bit more not as perturbed as I was.
Before we get started, would anyone like some fresh berries or some scones or anything to munch on?
I would actually love some berries.
Perfect. And she'll just go and, she has random berries that she finds in the forest and stuff. And none are poisonous, don't worry. And she'll just bring a bowl and kind of set it on the coffee table.
So, where do we even begin to solve this?
He's gonna flick a berry at his brother. Dash
Do you catch it in your mouth?
I do indeed catch said berry in mouth.
Oh.
And again, a little applause.
D20.
Not everything we do to each other is terrible.
Are siblings always like this?
There aren't any siblings like us, I assure you.
Absolutely not.
I have many siblings, but I didn't grow up with them. I grew up here in the forest.
I mean, we're from a grove. It's not around anymore, but, we're from a grove.
My parents are from a castle, but I didn't live there. It's a long story, but my destiny was always here. Anyways, so where would we begin? Because, to be honest, I've thought about this, I've looked in all my books, and I haven't really encountered anything like this. I've encountered many greedy people, many flashy people who love gold a little too much. And as she says that, her eyes kind of dart over towards Dash.
He's lowering his eyes a bit and I glare back. He's picking up. He's picking up.
She doesn't dislike you, but she's eyeing you. She's very much like, what are your intentions here?
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, he doesn't really care much for gold. It's gems and fleshly pleasures.
I'm gonna.
Oh, we have plenty of those. And she'll take out of her
He's
backpack.
kind of taken aback by that.
Fleshly pleasures, brother.
She will actually pull out of her.
I'm not sure where this is going. I don't know if we can keep this in.
I mean, whatever it is, she's pulling it out of a bag.
Oh
so
my
that's
God.
terrifying.
She will actually pull out a few, just random gems, like a moss, agate, and quartz and stuff, and set them on the table.
We do have plenty of those, and if you're able to help me save my grove, I'm more than happy to share them with you. I find them all the time.
I'll give him a nudge with my foot. You thought it was all bad. You thought it was all bad being out here in the middle of nowhere. That's where you find the good stuff, eh?
Well,
Forget where you came from, living up in the poshness.
Granted, they're not very fancy gems, but they're gems.
He actually reaches into his pocket and pulls out an emerald that he starts. Funny enough, he's got the dexterity to actually run the emerald through his fingers.
Oh,
And
like
it's-
over top of your knuckles?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just one, but clearly it's a favored prize of his.
Oh, that's quite beautiful.
It is. It's my personal favorite.
I don't know if we have emeralds in this forest, but we have some gems. Anyways, I have no use for them here. I usually use them to trade with people for different herbs and tinctures and potions as they come through. So I'm happy to share them with you, but we definitely need to figure out how to save my grove. Is it the only grove left, or?
Oh, no. No, definitely not.
Okay.
There are
Yeah.
others.
There are still some more.
Well, I'd say the first thing is we need to figure out how to stop this from happening, and then we can work on reversing it in the other groves. Unless stopping it reverses it at the same time, which would be quite handy.
Yeah, I mean, some of the groves, I don't know if I would mind seeing them fall apart, but
I mean, some of
Little
them have.
spark, be careful. You don't
Yeah.
know what you're wishing for.
do you call everyone a spark that you meet?
Well, isn't your soul a spark of light in the world?
I like to think it's more of a lightning bolt than a spark.
He tends to find himself to be more of a roar of rolling thunder of life.
Either way, yes, to answer your question, that's one of my terms of endearment. If you don't like it, I could find something else.
No, he likes a little spark. You should keep doing that. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of growls at us.
Well, here are some books, and she'll drop a stack of books on the table. These, I think, are our best shot at figuring out just where to start. She has some on the wisps and, stuff like that, because you said it led you in this direction. And just, different things that may have happened in the Feywild in the past and stuff like that. Anything that might be similar. DM, what would we need to do if we want to thumb through the books and kind of see if it could give us a clue of where to start?
I want to say investigation because you guys are investigating, which means digging through, learning, reading, whatever, maybe. That seems to be the most appropriate one for me. I was going to say history, but I was like, well, history is recalling stuff and like more of knowing the history. I'll tell you what, if you're better at one than the other, you can go ahead and use that, history or just investigation. They're both intelligence-based, but you may have one better. I don't know.
My character is kind of groaning at the thought of reading books.
So if you've already gone through all of your books and realized that, you're not able to find any of this information in here, is it basically just us searching for the information that we've now provided to you?
Well, unless you have an idea where to start, we need to learn some information to see where to go.
I mean, so far we've just been, we've run into a few will-o'-the-wisps. We've been through a few of the groves. Everything's pointing towards this way. I feel like we're continuing on through your grove in the same direction in which we were heading.
Well, we could go looking for wisps in my grove or talk to some of the trees and see what they think.
I mean, I personally can't talk. I mean, I could talk to trees.
Oh, they'll talk back. Don't worry.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to understand them, but, you could talk to them if you'd like. And as I'm saying this, I am skimming through books. My investigation is a 19.
Oh, okay.
Mine was unfortunately only a 14.
Wow.
I mean, you've already read through the books.
Mine is a 16.
That's true. Do I get advantage if I've already read through the book?
We're throwing off your groove.
I'll go for history if it makes any difference. They're both -1, so 16.
So with those, we'll say that this investigation into the books is kind of capping off the information you were trying to recall on your own earlier. With that 11 that you were unable to muster up the information. Like, I kind of know something about this because of your own knowledge, but you've also learned stuff that, let's face it, you're 50 plus, you've forgotten stuff as well, as time has gone on, So as you guys go back to re-up on your knowledge of wisps and stuff like that, with 19 for sure, you were able to kind of guide them over to show them that as wisps are lost souls, or a representative of lost souls at the very least, it seems to be that the quieting, whatever this may be, is causing people to lose their souls. And therefore giving birth to wisps. And the wisps are then further seeking out a source.
And that's why the people are acting like zombies.
Essentially.
So we were interacting with people who had no soul. Like their soul had left. Or it was in the process of leaving.
Give me an insight check on your situation that you experienced.
It's going to be a 14.
Okay. What I'll say is because of his good role on investigation on the books and you learning stuff,
Okay.
we'll add 5 to yours, making that a 19.
Ooh. Sweet.
So with that 19, this idea pops in your head of these aren't the people from the memory or anything like that. It's almost as if this memory, because of this, for lack of a better word, bastardization of the Feywild, has decrepit and corrupted the land. That the land is volatile, and that when this story was being retold, whether the details were true or not, the things that were coming forth were coming from the story, and were in fact being piloted, quote unquote, by these wisps. So the souls of the people that were around, or the lack thereof, when they have been produced into wisps, they were, in fact, driving this forward. When you dispelled the memory, the, incorporeal thing, it freed the wisp from that bond, and it was free to go seek out a lively, soulful source, essentially. Yep.
So I will say, I do relay all this, given we're all working together to figure out what's going on. I'm going to relay this insight to both of you about the wisp and the concept of it being embodying these stories coming to life, and then when we freed them, essentially them moving forward, and just the epiphany of it, which of course I would have the epiphany. It makes sense.
It would be me.
DM, if we find the wisps, I feel like she would know this, just given her background. Would she be able to talk to them, like actually kind of communicate with them?
You don't know offhand, because what seems weird to you is that you've had interactions with Will-o'-the-Wisps. They seem to be much more in control of themselves and much more cognizant in the ones that you've been in communication with at any point in the past. The behaviors that are being described by him don't seem to, match up. They don't seem to add up. So you don't know. You haven't interacted with one of these, because this is a new deal.
Well, I feel like maybe the first step is to just investigate around the grove, because we do have wisps here. The trees can let us know things that they maybe have witnessed or heard whisperings on the wind of. We can talk to the Fey folk who live here, but it is getting late, and I feel like maybe we should just pick this up in the morning.
Yes.
Before we go, I would like to gift you something. So really quick.
I'll exchange glances.
You guys are awful. She's like,
Before we adjourn to bed.
I hate you all.
She is a very sweet, yes, and
I'm not doing it in such a way that my character has those thoughts. It's just like, yeah, brother.
no, we're very different. Yeah.
So she's going to pull out of her satchel. She keeps like a little crossbody satchel. And it's made out of like bark, cloth, and moss, reinforced vines, and like some silk lined pockets, but the silk is made from like silkworms and stuff like that. She's going to pull out of that.
Disgusting.
It's beautiful.
So she's going to pull out of her satchel 2 clovers. They're 4-leaf clovers, and she'll give one to each of you and just say, "These can help if you need them in a pinch. Keep your eyes peeled, because they do grow wild here. They're hard to find, but they're very handy when needed. Once per day, if you need them, they can give you a little bit of luck. And afterwards, though, they do turn to dust. And just, if you pour it back on the earth, then that's how new 4-leaf clovers come to be. So I just want you to each have one in case it's needed." For just mechanics, so once per day, if the bearer rolls a natural 1, they may re-roll the die and take the new result. The clover crumbles to dust afterwards. So the clover is only able to be used once, but by once per day, I mean if we find more clovers on the way, if you use one and you have 2 others, you have to wait till the next day.
Yeah.
To use it, and you
can only use 1 per day.
Per day, yeah.
If you have multiple, yeah.
And I will take them out of my inventory. 2. So I have 1,
Move
and
them
then
to
they
party
each.
inventory.
Oh, move them to party inventory. Okay.
That way
1,
anybody can
2,
access them.
3. Party equipment. There you go.
Is it just a literal like shamrock in your hand, or is it like something that is like something to make look like a shamrock, or?
No, it is an actual 4-leaf clover that she has found.
Okay.
I take it and I place it like behind my ear
Okay.
and continue to sip the tea.
I'm gonna mimic him. Do the same thing. I'm not mocking. I'm just. We're twins. I'm doing the same thing he does. The
It's just
instinct.
habits.
Can't help it, man.
It's not even intentional. It's just literally he does it and then I do it.
And I will say that, definitely I'll want to keep my eyes peeled for more of those, because those are handy.
Yeah, I mean they're only useful on a natural 1, but that's a pretty cool use because
Yeah. And
natural 1s, baby, that happens.
the only reason I made it to where it's once a day is because I don't want it to be game breaking.
Well, and the thing
I
is,
tried to keep it,
you
you know.
don't come across natural 1s very often. It's not like they're every single
Yeah.
roll. But if you get one and you don't want that one, you definitely can use it.
Yeah.
So what happens is, as you enjoy your tea, as you place your shamrock gently behind your ears, as you get settled in for the night, would you, like, obviously it's getting dark. I'm assuming you don't adjourn straight to bed. Like, do you
Probably
entertain
not. We could
entertain
talk
your
a
guests
bit.
by the fire or something like that? Well, actually, I'm not sure if that'd be a fire. You're inside of a tree.
Yeah, probably not. If anything, like little glass jars full of fireflies. No candles in here.
It's plenty warm here, so no need for
Right.
actual fire.
So I guess we can just sit and chat as well.
Well, I'm kind of like painting the picture of what it like. Obviously, you being the owner of this, or the protector of this grove, you know, you have guests in your home, and you're like, far be it from me not to be hospitable and everything. Obviously, giving
Yeah.
them
Cooking dinner and stuff
Wait,
like that.
Did you say there was a fire?
No, I was saying that.
Oh, that was a joke.
I was like probably not a fire. You're inside of a tree.
No, her
so-
lamps would. So you'll see little lanterns all around her house, and
Do they give off heat?
It's all glowing
No.
moss.
yeah, so there'll be some glowing moss.
Bioluminescent stuff like.
Yeah, but then there's also small lanterns that have like an opening in the top big enough to where fireflies can go in and out. And
Okay.
they know her. And inside these lanterns, there's tiny little
See,
perches and stuff like that.
I was thinking about that. I was like, "There's no way she'd have a closed jar of
No.
of fireflies. It would be a jar that sits out, and fireflies come and hang out for a minute. I'll light some stuff for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll see you later," and then just kind of drifts away. But it's always a constant flow of in and out.
More or less, yeah. And there'll be a few of those around, and even like the chandeliers, kind of not chandeliers really, but like, you know, her light coming from the roof, like a little pendant light. It's just a lantern where fireflies come in and out and stuff. So there's light, but probably pretty dim because it's coming from fireflies and glowing moss.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, the reason I was asking was because I've kind of stripped off my armor and laid out the bits that were wet from getting soaked by this guy. And just letting them dry.
She'll just let him know, oh, if you need to dry those, I have a little clothing line out back, and we can make a fire near it if you'd like.
Oh, certainly. If you don't mind hanging it up, that would be great. And he sits down and leans back.
I'll get up and slap him in the back of the head.
Ah.
Come on. Do your own laundry. You're a big boy. And I'll
Fine.
head for the door, and I'm stripping off the leather armor. But again, I have the skin, armor, and I'm wearing regular clothing underneath.
She'll show them kind of out, we do have to go down the steps. Sorry, the very many hundreds of steps that go
I'll race
up
you, brother.
her tree.
I take off.
Is there a railing?
There is a railing, and it's like completely lined on the top with glowing moss.
Okay, and
So it might be uncomfortable.
how tall is is it like 30 feet?
Way more than that.
How much?
So the tree is about 325 feet high, so I would assume her house is at least 200 feet up.
Race it is.
All right. Like, I challenged you and immediately took off.
Gotta get that advantage wherever you can.
Yep. And I'll be immediately right behind you.
Okay.
Depending on the I wouldn't. I'm totally down to roll it. I have 5 feet of distance over you, so I would gain the distance.
But
Yeah,
he did
that's
take
what I
off
was-
first.
Yeah,
Just saying.
I'm just saying too.
This is one of those things that regardless if I can't win, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
It sounds like sibling rivalry at all times. Like,
Exactly.
basically, yeah.
That's
It's
what
like,
it
I
is.
don't care if he's gonna beat me. I'm gonna at least challenge him until I do win.
Yep.
Anyway, what should we roll for there?
Athletics, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd definitely be athletics.
My gosh, these dice love me.
Apparently, I gave you the good dice because my rolls suck tonight.
So I'm for athletics.
They get a natural one. They use that shamrock.
I'm gonna have for the athletics. I'm gonna have a 23.
Nice.
So on athletics, I have advantage.
Oh, of course you do.
My first roll was a 19. My second roll was a 25. Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
I have on top of advantage, I have a +6. He has a +4.
So yeah.
That's what I thought you were like. I was like, as soon as I saw that laugh, I was like, he's
Wait,
a little
so
bit
you got,
higher
was
than
it
me, isn't he?
23 and a 25 is what it was?
Yeah.
23?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to see what the difference was. So it was only 2. So
Yeah.
basically, like, you guys are pretty much neck and neck the entire time. Like,
So basically, I take off before him, and I'm like, I'm gonna get it
you
this
keep
time.
the lead for a minute, and it takes him a second to catch up to you. Yeah.
On your left, brother.
And
Oh.
you get excited because you're like, I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna beat him. And then he, like, just starts getting up next to you, and he's like, you gonna start breaking a sweat anytime soon? Like, yep. No, I love it. So yes, you guys race down this tree. All the Fey folk around watching you, and then when you get down to the end, there's just a crowd of people who are like, because, like, who doesn't love joining in the revelry of a foot race, you know?
And I'll bow once again. Don't worry, he'll be down in a moment.
He's already down. He was right behind you.
So as Leora watches them go down, she just kind of giggles. She's just like, you guys are fun.
And with that, we will end this episode of the St. Patrick's Day Dice Party one-shot, where we will see our heroes off on their, continuing on their investigation of the quieting, all 3 of them, to see what they can find. So thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next time here at Dice Party. And remember to always keep the party rolling, guys.
Hey, party people. Thank you so much for listening and coming on this adventure with us. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Dice Party podcast, and don't forget to rate us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can also find us on social media to keep up with all the latest Dice Party news, behind-the-scenes fun, and sneak peeks of our upcoming holiday one-shots. There are still new adventures waiting to unfold, and we can't wait to share them with you. Until next time, thanks for rolling with us. See you later.